Well, it's good to be back. I'm telling you, I've had a rough 2 weeks. A lot of projects due, and I've had a cold now for a week. So, yeah. Sorry about being gone so long, but I'm back. I wanted to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse and yet another dumb argument that just keeps showing up and showing up. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
All right, so I go to Twitter here, and it says here, can we send Zimmerman and Rittenhouse over to Ukraine to fight since they're so trigger happy? And do you think Kyle Rittenhouse is on his way to Ukraine to help protect people's businesses? So when is Kyle Rittenhouse catching the next thing flying to Ukraine, asking for a friend? Is Kyle Rittenhouse being driven by his mother to Ukraine to protect a used car lot, asking for 3 friends? By the way, this asking for a friend thing there, that's a cliche, man. Quit using that crap. Tiresome. Dear Kyle Rittenhouse, I will buy you a first-class ticket to Ukraine to go defend some property. All right, let's go ahead and dispense with this. This shows up all the time, by the way. Whenever an event happens, you're always going to ask, well, why aren't these people going over there to do something about it? All right. So both sides can do this, but this is particularly nasty. Let's dispense with it right away here. Nobody from BLM that I know is flying to Africa to protest against police brutality. Nor should we expect them to. Okay? Yeah, they're against police brutality. Well, there's police brutality going on in Africa. Why are they not flying out there to protest against it? Because it's not within their jurisdiction. And it's the same thing with Kyle Rittenhouse. He was there defending property because he was staying the night in that community. He's connected to that community in some way. And at least it's an American community. BLM is not flying to Africa to protest police brutality because their dealio is the United States. It's the same thing with Kyle. He's not going to fly to the Ukraine to defend private property there, nor should he be expected to. This is stupid beyond belief, and only an idiot makes the argument. First of all, we don't even know if Kyle hasn't had second thoughts about the whole thing and has decided, if I ever see another one of these riots, I think I'm not going to do it. A lot of bad things happened to me that night. I'm having second guessings about whether I should have been involved at all. We don't know if he isn't thinking that. So if he is, then why would he be expected to fly to the Ukraine to defend property? The other one is, that's a war. You actually have an invading force. What we were talking about in the Kenosha shootings was a bunch of people, citizens, rioting, breaking the law. There, defending the property wasn't all that difficult. You just simply stood out front with your rifle and you just kept people from breaking things and setting things on fire. Not that hard. Much different than going to the Ukraine and fighting well-trained Russian soldiers. And also, these same people who are probably ragging on about the Russians invading, well, why aren't they going there to help fight? If they're not going to buy a plane ticket to go help fight the Ukrainians, then I think that they don't have any argument here. I mean, they should just sit quietly by and let the Ukrainians get invaded. Yet they're all pissed off about it. Well, you can see how ridiculous that argument is, but it's the same kind of argument they're making. We all know that Kyle is just a young kid who got himself caught up in a situation for which he could not have foreseen. It took an absolute lunatic named Joseph Rosenbaum to actually do something there to cause the whole thing to come apart in the first place. If JoJo hadn't been there, Kyle wouldn't have shot anybody, and we all would not even know his name. But no, the freak had to ambush Kyle for no really good apparent reason. Kyle had to shoot him, and we all know where all that led to. Whatever the case, we were told Kyle had no business being there. But for some reason, he's supposed to be heavily invested in the Ukraine. Keep in mind, we have been told Kyle had no business getting involved. It wasn't his community. He wasn't even from the same state. And he crossed state lines with that rifle. Oh my God, he crossed the state lines. But oh yeah, we should send him to the Ukraine to fight there. Yes, they're making this argument because they're stupid. What can you say? They walk around like they're the intellectual elite, but then they make these dumb arguments. Incredible. By the way, here's a really popular one. Kyle Rittenhouse should sign up for the army and go to Ukraine to protect their private property. What can you say? Stupidity. But again, anybody who says that Kyle Rittenhouse should go to the Ukraine to defend property, I would ask, is BLM expected to fly to Africa to protest against police brutality there? I thought they were against it. They're willing to take to the streets here, demand change. Why aren't they doing it there? Do you see how stupid this is? Like my video and subscribe to my channel.